podcasting to Spotify is a career, but for like Google and Apple, it's like a side hustle, a side gig. And, I think the increase in competition is really exciting. And it's, for me, as being a person in podcasting, I love it because when we started Squadcast in 2016 and started, telling people about what we're working on and stuff, like a lot of my family and friends, they had no idea what a podcast was, had never heard of it before, had no idea it was like on their phone. And so I'm grateful that here we are in 2021, that most people know what a podcast is. Most people have listened or are listening to a podcast. And I expect that to continue over time. And that's one of the things that we thought was inevitable, that it was only a matter of time before it became more mainstream and more of a type of content that people listen to versus like radio, which is still, quite popular, even though a lot of folks, say that radio is dying. I'm not going to go there, but I do think that podcasting is on the rise, and it does appear that radio is in decline. So exciting times to be in radio. And I think in podcasting. And I think a lot of it is due to not just the influx of creators entering the space, but then also companies like Apple, Spotify, and then even Amazon starting to make moves in it. I think it's, I know some people might think that's concerning, but I think overall, like more money into the space, like more creators have opportunities to get paid now more than ever. So I'm pretty optimistic about it.
I mean, I think the key is like, as long as it remains the sort of decentralized to some extent and sort of unregulated space, it will continue to be allowed to like flourish and continue to be what has made it great. And that is the kind of free flow of conversation. Like one of the things that sprung to mind there, actually, when you were talking was, I'd watched Jordan Peterson on Modern Wisdom. It's another YouTube channel. It's a guy from England called Chris Williamson.
Cool.
And he was interviewing Jordan Peterson. They were talking about like what is a podcast and like this new form of media. And Peterson kind of remarked like the death of traditional forms of media has been so rapid that we haven't even noticed. Because but like I think he makes a really great point, because the people who are listening and watching and consuming like everything they get through YouTube or podcasts or wherever they go online for their information has so totally subsumed the traditional outlets. It's just taken them over for everyone under the age of like, I don't know, 35. Just like if you say, where did you see something? No one says, oh, I heard it on the radio, or, oh, I saw it on the news, or it's like, where did you see it? TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, so something like that. Reddit, probably. That's where we're at, and I think it's a credit to the strength of the format that it's just managed that this new media, because it's created by people instead of just like some faceless corporation. It seems to have like way more legs to be interesting to people and to grip people as well.
Absolutely. And I think the fact that, like we were talking about earlier, that there's no rules and there's no right way. What is a podcast? It doesn't have to be over an hour or under an hour. It's whatever the creator wants it to be, and whatever time is really needed to, say whatever they want to say. And I think that's what makes it so engaging and captivating, because of its authenticity and because it can kind of go anywhere and everywhere. And, yeah, I mean, for me, it was what drew me into podcasting was the ability to find a topic that I was like interested in, that I couldn't find anywhere else, that I could go deep on. And I mean, YouTube does that to some degree, but I feel like that long form conversation, when you really get, like you mentioned, some of those 3-hour conversations, I can't believe I listened to the entire conversation, but it was interesting. So, and where else does that happen? Not many other places.
No, you're listening. You're just like, there's no way that was 3 hours. How are they almost done?
Exactly. Yep.
Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the podcast. Don't forget our sponsor, ExpressVPN, and my book, Brexit, The Establishment Civil War, can both be found in the links in the description below. And also, please like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. It's the best way to help us grow. Until next time, thanks for listening. screw the hedge funds.
You can make as many rules as you want, but if there's no teeth behind them, what's the point?
Well, like Citadel is potentially just gone in a few months. It feels like financial institutions, that they are all laughing at us by buying GME. Screw the hedge funds. Like, I will lose my entire investment if it brings them down.
Why on earth, last May, could you buy the entire company for $200 million?
What's been happening on Reddit and in social media and in the marketplace has never been seen before.
I argue that nothing is off the table. There is nothing off the table when dealing with the volumes of money in something as big as the United States stock market.
The hedge funds have clearly underestimated a group of people raised on Friday night World of Warcraft raids.
Dark pools, they're another mechanism to manipulate and cheat. Mainstream journalists don't say these things for a number of reasons. One is their sources are the people that I'm talking about, and so they can't call somebody a crook.
Superstonk and the other communities that have emerged are a hive mind, the likes of which we have never seen before. It's madness and brilliance, insanity and genius all rolled into one. It's very possible that Citadel will be gone in a few months. And not just Citadel, but the entire financial system has the potential to come crashing down. These crooks continue to gamble recklessly with the world economy, and this could be the moment that they finally get their justice.